Welcome to She Sells Radio, my friend. It is day 11 of the Finish Strong Challenge. Welcome, welcome. If you have been doing this along from the beginning, guess what? You're 25% of the way through. Hello. How does it feel? Well done. And if you are joining me for the first time and popping in and you're like, what in the world is the Finish Strong Challenge? It's all good. You're going to get so much out of this, whether you are actively participating in the challenge or not, whether you're listening to this in real time or not. If you are listening to it in real time, go ahead and get registered at elisearcher.com/challenge. This is totally free. And every weekday from now until the end of the year, I am bringing you something to do to complete the year strong, whatever that looks like for you. And so today is one of my favorite topics and to me, I always just feel so good when I do this. And this is all about leveraging the impression of increase. Leveraging the impression of increase. Now, what is the impression of increase? Where does this come from? How does this help you with your sales or your revenue goal? Well, this is actually drawn from The Science of Getting Rich by Wattles. So if you haven't read that book, I cannot recommend it enough. And I'm going to read to you just a few excerpts in the book about the impression of increase and what that's all about. So Wattles says, increase is what all men and women are seeking. It is the urge of the formless intelligence within them to find fuller expression. The desire for increase is inherent in all nature. It is the fundamental impulse of the universe. All human activities are based on the desire for increase. People are seeking more food, more clothes, better shelter, more luxury, more beauty, more knowledge, more pleasure, and more life. Every living thing is under that necessity for continuous advancement. Where increase of life ceases, disillusion and death set in at once. People instinctively know this, and hence they are forever seeking more. So what shows up for you as you listen to that? This is so true, right? And this gives us a powerful insight into not just, it's your psychology, right? So you're no exception to this. You're wired for increase. That's why you're drawn to things that are better, more expansive. And guess what? Your clients are too. And so this to me is one of the most powerful principles that we can use, not at all in a manipulative way, but in a way of service to our clients when we understand how to use it. And it really will be one of those things that helps you tremendously grow your sales, your business, your customer base, when you understand that everyone everywhere is wired for increase, and that's what they're seeking. So if you can tie what you're selling into how are you going to help someone with that desire for increase, with that native impulse within them for increase, then it's going to speak to a part of them, a part of their soul that's beyond just their conscious analytical mind. And so again, this isn't about, someone could use this inauthentically and it's not going to work, at least not in the long run. This is about you personally, number one, focusing on increase in your own life, whatever that looks like for you. So really allowing that expansion of, again, whatever the expansion looks like for you in your life, and then conveying that to everyone around you, kind of putting out that energy. But it's beyond just putting out the energy that, look, I'm increasing. Wallace Wattles calls it, I'm in the way of increase, like the WAY way of increase. Not that you're in the way of things increasing, but that's your manner. Hopefully this makes sense the way I'm explaining it. But you also are consciously and consistently looking for how can you help others do the same? And so just a few things to be thinking about here. It's really, how can I help others achieve the increase that they're seeking? And that doesn't have to be financial. Sometimes clients work with me and they're like, well, Elise, like it's quote unquote easy for you because what you're selling is women making more money. So of course that's an easy yes for the right person. And are my perfect clients seeking increase financially? Yes. And people are seeking increase in all areas, right? My clients are, your clients are. So whether it's someone desires a new and better home, whether it's someone desires improvement in their health, someone desires improvement in relationships, kind of those three core areas that most of us tend to live in and work within, right? Whether it's career and finance, whether it's relationships, whether it's health, people are seeking increase and improvement in all of those areas. So, how can you consciously tie what you are offering to increase for them in whatever area you're working in? And you do this with your energy. You do this with your words. You do this by, if you're on a discovery call with the prospect, really helping to kind of tap into that greater vision of what they're desiring and helping them see themselves as increasing, as having more. And I think it's also about making a decision that you're going to always seek to leave other people better than you found them. So, what could that look like? It could look like giving a compliment. It could look like acknowledging somebody's efforts. It could look like, really even just having eye contact with someone. I remember one of my mentors talking about this once. I was like, yeah, this is so true. Like literally just giving someone the full gift of your presence helps them feel important. A lot of these things are subconscious, but it helps them feel important. So check in when you're on a discovery call with a prospect or when you're even with your family, right? Are you fully present? Are you there? Are you listening? Are you acknowledging what they're saying? I was interviewing someone on the podcast yesterday who came in and she recently exited, but she was helping her father in his financial services firm. And she ended up like really kind of scaling the ranks in that company. But when she first came in, no background in financial services, but she was a great listener because of some of her previous experience. So she was really, really good at actively listening to clients. And in a year of her being in there with no background in financial services, but with the skill of listening and attentiveness, they doubled their revenue with her being in there and bringing that to the team. So this is tremendously powerful in the world of sales, whatever it is that you're selling. So just eye contact, acknowledging someone, spaciousness, letting them feel that they're important, and thinking consciously and consistently, how can I help this person with the natural innate wiring within them that desires to increase? So this is your challenge for today. And the first thing I would invite you to do is, if you have not yet read the chapter on the impression of increase in the Science of Getting Rich, go read that chapter. You can get it online. You can listen to it on YouTube. You can, of course, buy the book. You can read it on Wikipedia. There's no excuse not to be reading that book because it's in the public domain. It's available everywhere. So read the chapter if you want to go deeper on the impression of increase. And then from there, I want you to pick, what is one thing I'm going to do today to actively convey the impression of increase? And it's just like what we all know to be true and sometimes forget. I think it was Zig Ziglar who said the quote, if you help other people get what they want, you will always get what you want. So when we can really remember that and apply that in each of our relationships, business and otherwise, we will always be taken care of. But it's really about shifting and adjusting the focus from yourself to, how can I help others achieve that level of increase they're looking for? So day 11 of the challenge, my friend. And just as a reminder, if you are not yet registered, go to elisearcher.com/challenge. It's completely free. We're giving away some incredible prizes. And once you have completed the challenge assignment for today, which you'll get a free workbook that goes along with the challenge every week. It'll give you space to journal on it and get clarity on it. Go online. You'll have a graphic that you can use to share on social that you completed today for the challenge. Tag me. I'm at Elise Archer. Use the hashtag #SheSellsChallenge. And we are taking note of everyone who's working on it, tagging, sharing, so that you can be entered to win one of our prizes. So I hope you enjoy that. That is day 11 of your challenge. And I will see you tomorrow for day